Second and goal at the 7. 43 seconds to go. Ben travels around, throws it back corner of the end zone. Santonio with a touchdown!
Normally a 12-man call is on the defense, and this time this is Bell with a nice hole, and he exploits it and takes it out to the 31-yard line, tackled by Cole Lair.
Ron Casey, University of Arizona.
Roman Hartman, Roll Tide.
Thomas Day Koo, Glen Cove Elementary.
Melvin White, University of Louisiana.
Rebuilt secondary, but a tough front seven as Bell takes it out to the 40-yard line, a little bit short. And he gives it to Bell. Swings to the outside and picks up the first down. You're near Armani Exchange.
Yeah, Michelle with a nice manicure down there too.
From the 36 in HD. And Jonathan Stewart will go next to nowhere. In fact, tackled behind the line of scrimmage. You know, John Madden always said if you have two injuries, one definitely supersedes the other. So, and 4. And dancing around, and Bell cuts it back. Nice move. Picks up the first down to the 22-yard line.
Just kind of slowly working it. Now and then zip. Runs right by Thomas Day Koo. He's having a tough series so far on this one, but I don't know who would have made that tackle. That's one of the things that interesting.
The 42-yard attempt here now. Sean Sweezum has made his last 20 attempts. And that's Blackjack, 21.
It's within it.
56 years in the league for the Hall of Famer LeBeau. Now Newton buys time, throws, and it's a low throw, and it is incomplete. Intended for Olsen there. It'll be 4th and 1.
Beside him, he's going to help on Johnson. No, he's not.
2nd and 13. They give the ball to Blount. LeGarrette Blount puts the shoulder down and takes it for a first down. So the backup to Bell, tackled by Deku. Blount played his college ball at Oregon, picked up as a free agent, 15-yard gain.
Well, here's what happens. You try to pass rush too soon, you run yourself right out of the play. Gilbert's just going to run him right by, and then LeGarrette Blount able to take advantage of what Carolina and what Charles Johnson wanted to do there, which is go get a safety.
And Van airs it out, and making the over-the-shoulder grab is Brown along the sideline. Boy, he is something. Antonio Brown on a 3rd down and 6. Good for 29 yards.
One of the things that Carolina likes to do is do these delayed blitzes. In other words, look like they're going to drop back. But Le'Veon Bell was right there. Ben got the ball out of his hand quickly. And I just can't say enough good things about Antonio Brown. He was 2nd in yards, 2nd in receiving, I think, a season ago. 2-time MVP out of the last 3 years of the Steelers. Great, great player.
Take to Bell, and then it's Miller, the tight end, taking it to the 30-yard line. You can hear the Heath chant. No huddle. On 2nd down and 3. Big hole. Closes in a hurry, but not until Bell picks up the first down. Kuechly makes the tackle again. Try from the 23-yard line. And it's going to start with a sack. Wrapping him up is Steve McLendon. What a game that was. Washington, Philly, 2nd and 5. And that pass is incomplete. Roethlisberger, open man is Wheaton, and Wheaton takes the ball to the 27-yard line. Carolina have nothing on the other end of this. 45-yard attempt. Sweezum looking for his 23rd consecutive field goal. Bingo. So he has accounted for all 9 points, but the Steelers have now not scored a touchdown. Three-man rush this time. That's enough pressure put on. It's incomplete. For Kiesel.
They could hold him to week 2. So they have the guaranteed contracts. Who knows?
And Bruce Arians doing well. Meanwhile, the ball comes loose. It's ruled a fumble on the field. Jarvis Jones was able to get it out. And
was to get into some 3rd and longs. There they were. And it was Jarvis Jones came flying right through Byron Bell to make the play, and that's what we're talking about. Carolina is not the kind of team that can sit back in those long yardage situations. And I think that was Brett Kiesel who actually got his hand on the ball. Oh, it came out without anybody touching it.
And Roethlisberger surveys, pump fakes, rolls out, throws back of the end zone, touchdown, Antonio Brown.
Watch the pump fake. Everybody, our camera even moves with the ball. Comes back around, lobs one in the back corner, absolutely perfectly like he did in the Super Bowl. Holy smokes, what a play by Ben Roethlisberger. Wow.
Over on the sideline. Give it to Tolbert. And Tolbert, more of a fullback than a running back, takes it to the 48-yard line where Spence.
And they've been working hard on some of that Tampa 2 stuff they run there.
He's Pippen to Jordan, right?
That's a better example. Look out.
Goes Bell. Le'Veon Bell into Carolina territory for a huge gain. Inside the 15 before Deku saves the touchdown.
Straight back in. Kuechly ends up on the wrong side of that double team, and when you get that kind of push off a double team block, the linebacker has to pick one side or the other. Le'Veon Bell with that patience read it perfectly and off to the races.
Blount still in there on 2nd down and 7. Quick toss, Brown. And Antonio will take the ball to the 1-yard line. They can, as you can see, get a first down without a touchdown, and he may just have done that. Roethlisberger throws, touchdown. Boy, I tell you what, you leave him with that much time, Antonio Brown is going to get free, but there's a flag down at the 1-yard line in the middle of the field, at the 1.
Holding. Defense, number 59. The penalty is declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
That is Kuechly.
It's been a masterful performance so far. Marcus Gilbert, the right tackle, who has been under fire this week. He's had a pretty rough go of it for 2 weeks, but it is the protection alone that made this play. Antonio Brown had all day to work across.
Final half minute of the quarter. 2nd and 7. And Cam's going to go down. And that's Arthur Moats, who came in, of course, when Jarvis Jones got hurt. And Moats gets the sack. Good deep kick. 58 yards dropped by Philly Brown. Then he loses it again. And it's loose in the end zone, and the Steelers are there, and the Steelers are going to wind up with a touchdown. Shamarko Thomas was able to create the fumble, and the ball winds up in the end zone, and the Carolina Panthers can't believe it. Robert Golden is going to wind up with the football in the end zone.
Shamarko Thomas, one of the exciting young players, not very big, comes up with a huge play there, and then I think it was Robert Golden who was actually knocked down, who had to get up and eventually recover it. But boy, Billy Brown, what a double mistake that was. Right when it seemed like the momentum had finally turned, getting the ball back, and what a mess. Boy, the Carolina Panthers, a team that usually
recovered in the end zone by a kicking team for a touchdown.
See, the key is if it had been
in the offseason, so hanging in there on a 3rd down and 6 here, under pressure, he gets clobbered again, and the pass is incomplete. That time Cameron Hayward bangs him to the turf. Long night for Cam, 4th down from the 6-yard line. As Roethlisberger throws, and it's going to take some more time off the clock as Marcus Wheaton picks up the 1st down. Melvin White makes the tackle, and we have 8.5 to play.
White 80! White second!
And Ben gunning it, and it is Miller. There's a flag thrown as he makes the catch. He's able to wrestle it away from the defender.
Before the pass was thrown, illegal contact. Defense, number 23. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
20 seconds. And back to the ground and back to chewing up the clock. And Blount will pick up the first down and a lot more. LeGarrette Blount out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Another huge run.
We can see him coming over right in here. Stayed on it, and LeGarrette Blount, like Mariano Rivera, one of the great closers. This is a guy, when you come in the fourth quarter with him, good luck.
180! Head coaching experience on the staff. Blount is back in there, big hole, and LeGarrette Blount will not be taken down. Touchdown. Will Johnson, the fullback, providing the escort.
Oh man, did they find a grouping here. This has been dynamic all night long, this big package. Watch right there, Will Johnson's going to come around and make the final block. And then LeGarrette Blount, jeez, takes Thomas Deku right in the end zone with him. Good luck. Remember that stretch he had with in the playoffs? I think
to play for Pittsburgh as well. Came over from Cincinnati a couple of years ago. Blount with a hurdle move. Bell's really good at that stuff too. And a gain of 17.
Watch LeGarrette Blount's move here. Just patiently right over the top. We have seen that before. Remember when he played in Tampa? There would be multiple times that, because when you're a big back or you're a tight end or whatever.
Bell with that 81-yard romp. Huge play at that point in the game when Carolina had him backed up. And
just is not. They're not as good.
No way will they get him back until at the earliest November 17th. And there goes Blount, and he has over 100 yards tonight. LeGarrette Blount.
Antoine Cason said, "Fool me once," and this time he stood right in there. That almost looked like the Antonio Brown play. Blount was going to try and get over him. Cason stood right there and almost took the flat-footed kick to the face mask we saw earlier this season from Antonio Brown.
And for Ben tonight, a 196-yard night. 2 touchdowns. Coming up next, the Volkswagen post-game report after these messages from your NBC station.